Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. We are in a different background right now because I am going to actually show you guys how I pack my freelance makeup kit for weddings. So I have done a couple of these on my channel before, but I just wanted to kind of go a little bit in depth with everything. I also kind of wanted to show you the sanitization procedures that I do also to prep my kit, because sanitizing our products is very, very important, especially because we are still in the middle of a pandemic and we still want to be cautious and sanitary for our clients. I do have two different weddings which I will be vlogging for you guys, so definitely stay tuned. I think that'll probably be the next vlog that I post after this video. Also, one of the brides is doing my luxury bridal facial, which you guys always ask me how I do that on clients. So I'm going to be vlogging that experience for you guys so you guys can see exactly what the process is and what steps I take to do the facials. And yeah, let's get right on to the video. Okay, first off, you guys get to see my extremely messy vanity right now. I haven't had a chance to clean it or anything. Although on camera, it actually doesn't look that bad. As I have showed you guys before, I do have this little backpack here. It came off of Amazon and it's super cute. It's literally like a mini backpack about kind of the size of my forearm. This is usually where I keep like tissues, Kleenexes, paper towels, things like that. And I also keep my regular towels and the brush pouches if I have to individually put brushes in brush pouches for people. Now, the first wedding I have 4 people, I believe, and then the next wedding I only have the bride. So I will actually just be using my brush belt for it, so I won't have to pack individual brush pouches for this. Let me show you what I got from Ulta. First thing that I got is the Anastasia Brow Freeze right here. This is actually going to be replacing my brow soap that I have. This is the original brow soap that I had. It's by Becky Sue, I think that's the brand, and it's just like in this little tin and it slides open like this, and the brow soap is right in here. I have had this guy for a little bit and it is starting to like dry out on the corners. It's not like it's a bad styling soap at all, but I just kind of wanted to upgrade a little bit, and you always have to make sure you water activate this first, and sometimes it gets a little bit messy. So I wanted to try out the Anastasia Brow Freeze here. It comes in this little tiny plastic container, which is really lightweight. It actually does have like a jelly kind of consistency. Like I can touch it right here and you don't have to activate it with water or anything. You can just use it as is. And then I did have to restock on mascara because I ran out of both tubes in my waterproof mascara. I did decide to try a different mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. It doesn't honestly really matter what mascara you get because you're always going to be using disposables, but I just want to make sure it's a really good quality mascara and it's really waterproof. So I wanted to try this guy out and I've heard really good things about it, so I'm going to go ahead and try this one. And then I am going to be adding these in as well. These are the Pixi Glow Tonic To Go little exfoliating pads. They're really similar to the First Aid Beauty pads, and they just basically are there to clarify and tone the skin before you go in with any sort of makeup or moisturizer or anything. Of course, I ran out of my little Skin Iceland Hydro Cooling Firming Eye Gels. This is part of the luxury bridal facials. The thing that I really like about these is they are really cooling and they are really hydrating and everything. But they also do have adhesive, not like a really harsh adhesive or anything, but they do kind of adhere to the bottom of your eyes and kind of act like a shadow shield at the same time. So it does catch any fallout since I do the eyes first. And so I put these underneath the eyes right after I apply the eye cream for the luxury bridal facials, and then I'll just pop these on. They work as a shadow shield, and then I can just gently basically take them off afterwards and no harm done, and it doesn't mess up the face or anything. So I do use these for the luxury bridal facials. I pretty much have everything cleaned already, but I will be kind of showing you guys, I guess, how to clean your kit if you guys are coming home from a wedding, or if you guys just aren't sure how to sanitize certain things. Number one rule is that you should always be carrying a bottle of 70% alcohol. It should be 70% exactly. No more, no less, because if you have over 70%, then it evaporates too quickly to sanitize anything, but anything under 70% will not sanitize it enough. You can also use the Beauty So Clean Sanitizer Mist. I have seen that on Camera Ready Cosmetics before, and you guys might have heard about it before, but that one is supposed to be a basically more hydrating version of an alcohol spray, so it doesn't dry out any products and doesn't crack shadows or anything. However, I haven't found that very many of my products are affected by alcohol. First off, I do have a whole bunch of applicators, and here you always want to make sure that you have a bunch of disposables. This guy I got on Amazon. It's actually a fishing tackle box for fishing lures. I get a ton of questions about it, but I did link it down in my freelance makeup kit video if you guys have seen that. Then I have all sorts of things in here. This is just one of those little small Zuka pouches. It is the small size, not the large size. And then I carry a couple of different makeup palettes in here. I have 2 of the little pellets that you want to have to depot any of your products onto. And the rest of my disposables, and I did restock these as I said before, so all of these should be good, but I always want to make sure I restock on these guys. These are just the CVS brand little disposable wedges. They're not anything super fancy. They're the Beauty 360 brand, I think. It's CVS's like beauty brand. But these guys just tend to be a little bit more soft, and they do expand a lot when you actually wet them, and they're pretty durable. So I have switched to those instead of the Alcone sponges that I have. So I did use those, and then of course I want to have cotton rounds here to do any of my toners or any of the micellar water that I put on clients beforehand. And then I do want to put these little gels in the little bag right here. I also want to grab this. So this is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mask. This is just a sheet mask that you put on your face, and this is actually what I use on my luxury bridal skincare prep as well. So people do get a little skincare mask, and I do like the Tatcha brand because it's so hydrating and makes your skin look so luminous and so dewy, and I love it. So I use this on people, and then I go in with my rose quartz roller, which I'm going to go ahead and grab right now. And this is that rose quartz roller that I was talking about here. Rose quartz, honestly, I don't exactly know the science behind it, but I know it's supposed to basically help with circulation inside of your skin and help with blood flow. I want to make sure that everything is thoroughly cleaned on it, and this is by the brand Skin Gym. I'm just going to be taking my little 70% alcohol bottle here, and then I'm going to be spraying this whole thing down here. I'm not sure if I cleaned it before, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And then all of my skincare is going to be in this little prep bag. I just want to make sure everything is sealed tight and everything, especially with actual things that touch people's skin. You don't want to have them just open in your kit. You want to either have them in a plastic bag or a bag like this where it's completely sealed, so no bacteria or anything can get inside of it once you clean everything. Same with like disposables and everything too. That's why everything like this has to be in a sealed container. I am going to make sure I spray this guy down. So this is my Makeup Forever tin. I actually ended up switching away from those Z palettes that I had because this is actually, believe it or not, lighter altogether than like 3 Z palettes combined, and I don't know why. Those things are like really heavy, but all you want to do with any powder products, so any blush, bronzers, or highlighters, anything like that, or any eyeshadows can be sprayed directly down with alcohol. Obviously, as you guys just saw, it is pretty saturated, and they all change to a darker color because obviously they are wet. So I'm going to let this air dry, and then once they all change back to the original color that they are, then that means they're fully sanitized. So in case you guys are doing spot cleaning or on job cleaning, make sure you let these all the way dry, and then you can safely use them on the next client. Okay, before I go on here, I grabbed 2 black towels because I usually use one for each wedding. So I just got new towels because my black ones started disappearing, and I don't know if I've left them at jobs or what happened, but for some odd reason they keep disappearing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack 2 black towels, one for one wedding and one for the other. I ended up taking that mascara out of the package there and then just put it right in here. These are all these little pro face brushes that you guys keep asking me about. To be totally honest, I've used these to apply people's foundation, but I usually blend them out with one of those disposables now because I felt like it was getting a little bit heavy and cakey if I just used these. So these ones I got on Amazon. They're literally like $8 a piece or something, like $8 to $10 a piece. They're really, really inexpensive, but I always get questions about those, so I will be linking those down below as well. I'm not going to go through the whole entire kit. Just so you guys know, I'm just kind of briefly telling you guys like where I have things and how I organize it. I will be linking my in-depth freelance makeup artist kit video down below if you guys haven't seen it, or I can link it up in the cards. Not really sure which one I'm doing yet. All this is my skincare right here, so you just want to make sure that all of the stuff is completely filled before you go on. Of course, I have my little alcohol bottle here, so this one actually isn't all the way to the top, and I'm gonna be lazy about it and just use my 70% in here and just put it in here. Usually I have a whole entire bottle in my bathroom over there that I use, but honestly I'm just gonna cheat and put this right in here just so it's filled all the way to the top. Then micellar water probably can be filled up a little bit more. This is the Bioderma, this is the micellar water that I use, and then I just put it right in here. So that's all filled. I'm gonna add the Anastasia little gel right in here because that's where I usually keep the brow stuff. And then I'm not sure if I want to keep this around or not. Honestly, I think I might just toss the soap because like it's been with me for a really long time now, and I just feel like it's time to probably get rid of that. I always get questions on how you sanitize pencils like this, because obviously you want to do it in the most hygienic way possible. This one obviously already is sharpened, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys just in case. So say you used it on somebody, don't cap it right away, because then all the bacteria will just kind of harbor inside of the cap. So make sure you keep it open and keep it, you know, exposed to the air. And then what you want to do is you want to take your 70% alcohol here and spray it down really, really good. Let the tip dry all the way. And then once it's dry, you want to go in with the pencil sharpener, and then you just want to sharpen it after that. And then all of the excess will kind of come off, obviously, in the pencil sharpener. Then what you want to do after you sharpen it is you want to spritz it again with alcohol and let that dry, and now it's fully sanitized. And then you want to go back and sanitize and spritz this with 70% alcohol. The entire pencil sharpener, just clean it out, and then you're good to go for that too, because then it'll be sanitized as well. So yeah, that's how you sanitize pencils, just a quick rundown on that. As far as your cream products go, you should never ever have to sanitize those, because you should be using a little double-ended spatula like this guy and scooping all of them out and putting them on those little pallets that I showed you earlier. That way everything will stay sanitary, and then you can spritz the whole entire palette with 70% alcohol, spritz this with 70% alcohol, and then everything will be sterilized. Again, everything else can literally be sprayed down. So this is a powder, can be sprayed down with 70% alcohol. Wait till this dries all the way, and then you're good to go. And I'm just going to go through really quickly and kind of just spritz everything down, because I don't know what I've cleaned and what I haven't. So I'm just going to make sure that I spray all of my powders down really quickly. Now, after everything is sprayed down with alcohol, I'm going to take my Lysol disinfectant wipes here, and then I'm just going to kind of briefly wipe everything down. And then lastly, I'm just going to wipe out the bottom of this guy, because sometimes, I don't know how, but sometimes stuff gets like trapped in here. And same with these little containers here. Okay, so I'm going to put all of these guys back here. These are all the blushers and bronzers that I carry. If you haven't done it already, you want to make sure you refill all of your palettes. If you guys do have cream palettes, I did already. So I'm going to go ahead and leave those alone. Pretty much all of this is now clean and sanitized. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm just going to pack my touch-up kits really quickly. I use these little mesh bags here. These guys are probably maybe about like 5 or 6 inches. They're about the size of my hand. But yeah, I get these off of Amazon, of course. So I do have 4 people for the first wedding, including the bride, and then I do have another bride who's doing the luxury bridal package. So I'm going to be doing that for her. So I have 5 total. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I'm going to put these Alcone sponges in each one of them. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then obviously I need to designate which one of these is going to be the bride's touch-up kit. So I'll do this one and this one here, and then I'll set the rest on the side. So I want to make sure that I obviously include a mascara for my brides. So I do keep mascaras like in this little drawer that you guys can't see right here. But I'm going to go ahead and give one of my brides the little Charlotte Tilbury things. So if you guys ever get samples from a cosmetic companies, definitely include sample mascaras, because you guys can always give them to your brides. And then I'm going to include the Tarte Maneater mascara in the other bride's touch-up kit here, so they both get nice mascaras. Then I'm going to include my business cards, so I'm going to include 2 of them in each one here. Then I'm going to be including oil blotting sheets. These are just the CVS brand ones. And then I'm taking 2 bobby pins here. Now this is just for my brides, 2 or 3 per bride. So I need to get one more sheet out of here. And then all I do is put them right behind the business cards. And then I just use a bobby pin and then just clip it right to my business card here. So that'll be handy for the brides to have to blot with in case they get oily throughout the day, because I know one of the brides definitely says she gets more oily. This is actually the recent thing that I've been doing for my brides. I just started doing this. So I got these guys here. They're just eyeliner disposables off of Amazon, of course. And they were pretty inexpensive, I believe, but I only give these to the bride because I feel like they're still pricey enough that you don't want to be giving them out to like everybody. And then they also come with these little stopper things on the top, so I'm gonna leave that there. And I just bought this Star Lash Glue in bulk. It's actually just a black one here. And then I'm gonna use it to actually put inside of these, and that way they can touch up any lash glue if it lifts for some reason throughout the day. I always wanna make sure that my brides have lash glue. I just wanna put the stopper right on top of here, like that. And then I'm just gonna put this guy inside here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my label maker, and I'm actually gonna label this lash glue because otherwise they're probably not gonna know what this is. And then I'm just gonna put this label on both of those little lash glues that I made. See? So then I will just put it like that for them. And then I do have a whole bunch of little sample jars, and I usually do 2 per person because I usually include powder and also their lip color. And I'm not like super fancy about this, but I just take the little white powder here, and then I go ahead and fill up these little jars and scoop them out in here. You honestly don't need like a ton though. It's not like you want to fill up the whole entire thing with powder, because you obviously have to be really conscious of how much product you're giving people, because then that obviously means more expense for you. Okay, then the last thing I'm going to be doing is just taking a Sharpie, and then I'm going to be labeling everything. So this is the bride. So I'm just putting their name on here, and then I just want to put powder so they know what they're grabbing. And then the other one is for the lips that I put on them. So powder, lips. I just don't want anybody to get confused with what anything is, because obviously all these touch-up kits look the same, so I just want to make sure they actually have their names labeled on there, just so everybody is really sanitary. It's kind of like when you go to a party and you have to write your name on your cup. It's the same thing as this. I want to make sure that I get some disposables in there for people, because obviously they need to have lip wands to touch up with, so I'm adding 2 of these little doe foot applicators to everybody's. And then I always usually do include a little Q-tip in here. You just never know. Okay, I think that is honestly about it for the bridal touch-up kits. Again, this is pretty much all I put in there. And then they all go in this middle pouch so I can keep track of them. Okay guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed packing my kit with me. If you guys have any questions, of course, leave those down below. I try to answer every single person. Also, I did want to note that YouTube keeps randomly deleting people's comments. Usually if they're spam comments, or if there's something that, you know, is some sort of harassment or something, they are automatically deleted. But for some odd reason, YouTube keeps deleting comments that are completely fine and that compliment me, and it's like, hey, I love your video, and for some odd reason, 5 seconds after people post it, YouTube literally deletes it. I don't know. So if I don't answer your comment within a week, for some odd reason, your comment got deleted, so I would try posting it again, because I can't see those comments anymore. I don't know what YouTube's doing, and I don't know why this is happening. Anyways, that is it for the video. Again, like, subscribe if you guys really enjoyed the video and like makeup artist content, and also stay tuned for the video vlog over the weddings that I'm going to be doing tomorrow, because that will be coming right after this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. All right, bye.